Hello, 8th grade. I've been working all day making these videos, so this is going to be my last one for the night. Now, for you, this will be the last video before you take the first quiz of the flipped chapter. Now, you still can do quiz retakes, but you don't have to do them outside of class anymore. Because remember that you have the D-days where you have to have stuff done by. You just have to do the original quiz by that date and the retake by the end of the chapter. Okay? So, you still can do them out of class if you'd like, but you don't have to anymore. I hope that helps a little bit. Now, let's look on vocab first. Okay, we're on section 7.4, and we have quite a bit of vocab. So, a polygon is a closed plane figure formed by 3 or more lines, I think. 3 more segments, okay? Segments. I just wanted to make sure I was right there. Okay, 3 or more segments, which are lines that stop. A regular polygon says that all sides and all angles have, we should say have, equal measure, meaning they're equal to each other. So a regular polygon, an example would be a square. A square, all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. A trapezoid has exactly one pair of parallel sides, and a parallelogram has 2 pair of parallel sides. Okay, so a trapezoid is like half of a parallelogram. A rectangle has 4 right angles. A rhombus has 4 equal sides. And a square is a combination of a rectangle and a rhombus. It has 4 equal sides and 4 equal angles. Now you could put congruent because congruent and equal mean the same thing. Alrighty, so if you need to pause that to get all those filled in, that's fine. But we're going to move to the actual stuff. Okay, so polygons. Polygon is just going to be, I want you to focus on the word closed. Okay, closed figure formed by 3 or more segments. So all of these are examples of polygons. You know, if I drew a polygon, you know, like this, okay, that's an example of a polygon because it's closed. However, if I drew something like this, that is not a polygon because it's not closed. Okay, so that's the big point here. You got to close it. Now, a regular polygon here, a regular polygon is all the angles have the same measure, and we know that all the sides are the same measure as well from our vocab. Meaning, whatever this value of n is, okay, that means that all the angles are the same. Okay, this is what we call a pentagon, okay? So, if we move on a little bit, a trapezoid here has 1 pair of parallel sides, meaning right here and right here are parallel to each other. This one on the right is an example of a parallelogram. 2 pairs of parallel sides. These 2 are parallel, and these 2. Well, this is also a rectangle, and it's also a square, which we'll talk about later. Another example of a parallelogram could look like this. Okay, that's obviously not a rectangle because it doesn't have 4 90-degree angles. Alrighty. A rectangle we were talking about here is 4 right angles. Now, we don't need to do the 4th because we know if this is 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 is going to be our 360 that we know a rectangle adds up to. And a rhombus has 4 congruent sides. So here's an example of a rhombus. That's what it could look like. But a square is a combo of a rectangle and a rhombus, meaning it has the congruent sides and it has the congruent angles. So a square is a rectangle, and it's a rhombus, and it's also a square. Okay? Now, I'd like you to pause the video if you need to copy this down, but this is a very, very important table that I'd like you to have in your notes. Okay? A triangle has 3 sides, and the sum of all the angles are 180. We already learned that. But a quadrilateral has 4 sides and adds up to 360. Pentagon has 5, adds up to 540. A hexagon has 6, adds up to 720. A heptagon has 7, adds up to 900. An octagon has 8, adds up to 1080. And the actual formula for an n-gon, meaning a shape with n sides, is if we took n minus 2 times 180, that would be it. So if I wanted to know what 13-sided object would be, a 13-gon is how you would say it, you would do 13 minus 2 times 180. So that means I'd do 11 times 180, which I have to multiply out here. That can't be right. Oh, I missed one. I missed a 0 here. Alrighty. And now I added this up. There you go. It would have 19,000. Wait a sec. I definitely made a mistake here. Let me try this again. We would do 180 times 11. 0, 0. That's where I made the mistake. Would give candy, but I caught it on my own here. 8, 1, there we go. 0, 0, 8, 1. Alrighty. 1980. There you go. It would have 1,980 degrees as the sum of all the interior angles. Alrighty. So for these, we would look at the number of sides that it has. And these are all regular shapes because all the angles are the same. So I would go here and I would say that is a pentagon. So it has 540 degrees. So I would do just like we did with the triangles. I'd go 540 equals x plus x plus x plus x plus x. So 540 equals 5 times x. Once again, the 5 and the x are being multiplied together, so I have to divide by 5. So I know that x is equal to 108 degrees, meaning in a regular pentagon, all of the angles equal 108 degrees. Alrighty, so down here we have a hexagon, has 720, same thing that we did before. So we do, oh, I'm getting a little lag here. Uh-oh. Looks like my pen just shut off. See if we can get back working again. Uh-oh, I don't know what I did, but I broke my pen. So I'll try to... How did I do this? I'm not sure. Well, I'll work through it by hand. So if we had here, we would have 720 is going to be equal to y plus y plus y plus y plus y plus y. Therefore, we would go down here and we would say that 720 is equal to 6 times y. Therefore, I'm going to have to divide by 6 on both sides. This is going to be really difficult with a mouse. There we go. Divide by 6, and I will divide by 6. So then I figured out that my y is going to be equal to 120 degrees. And there we go. That's our answer. 120 degrees. Alrighty? So that means that this is a regular hexagon. Alrighty. How are we doing on time? 9:22. Alrighty. So we are now in the mode where we have to classify what each of these are. So first of all, this here has 4 sides. A 4-sided object is going to be a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Alrighty. Now, we also know that all the sides are equal to each other. Now, I could have sworn that was something. So I'm going to go back here and look. Oh, some caught my eye. 4 congruent sides is called a rhombus. Oh, so that must also be a rhombus. Okay. Well, we don't know the angles, so we can't figure out any of that. We don't have any right angles, so it can't be a rectangle or a square. That looks like it's it. This is just a quadrilateral rhombus. Now on the bottom here, this has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides as well. So this is also going to be a quadrilateral. But now it has one set of parallel sides. Now I thought that was something too. So let's go back and look. Let me see. 2 pairs of parallel sides, and we only have 1. Oh, here it is, a trapezoid. 1 pair of parallel sides. So if I went back here, this is a quadrilateral, and it's a trapezoid. Okay, but we don't know anything about the angles, so it can't be any of that stuff. So it's just a quadrilateral trapezoid. Okay, I would like you to pause here. I can't spell. Pause and try to classify these on your own, and then I will come back and help you out. Alrighty, we're back, and I even got my pen to work again, so I feel a little bit better about it. So this one here is a quadrilateral again, but I notice that all the sides are equal to each other, so that's a rhombus. We have all 90-degree angles, so that has to be a rectangle. And we have the combo of a rhombus and a rectangle, so it's also a square. Now, bonus points if you could have also figured out this also ends up being a parallelogram. Okay, but I wouldn't have expected you to get that one. Okay, just rhombus, rectangle, and square. Okay, this one on the bottom, we have its quadrilateral as well. You know, most of them are quadrilaterals because those are trickier ones. Now we have 2 sets of parallel sides. This side and this side are parallel, and this side and this side are parallel. So that makes this a parallelogram. It is not a trapezoid because it has more than 1 pair, and we don't know anything else about it, so it's just a parallelogram. Alrighty? So here are your problem sets. 1 through 28 even, that's going to be 15 problems, so I expect you to get 12. And on the bottom, that's also 12. Alrighty. If you have any questions, please ask me. Thank you.